So we are going to make gluten-free pasta. So what we have here is 140 grams, I weighed it, of gluten-free flour. This can be found as 1-to-1 or cup-to-cup, is usually what it's called. It's a mix of different flours that are not wheat, rye, or barley, and some starches, and like xanthan gum is in this one. This one happens to be from Bob's Red Mill, and they sell it in bulk at the co-op. So we bought that. So 140 grams turns out to be just about a cup. So I'm gonna put that in there, and I have 2.5 tablespoons of tapioca starch to kind of help pull this together. And then I have 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. I'm gonna smoke these together. I think before I add the egg, I'm gonna mix that stuff. So I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then, yeah, let me give this a quick little, just mix the stuff. Out we go. And then, ooh, nice flour.
Everywhere.
I can make a great mess with flour. It's in my genes. And in with the egg, and I'm also going to add to this a 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil.
Oh, Popeye. My favorite thing I got from my mom's.
Okay, now we're going to smoke this together.
Quiet.
It's pretty quiet. It's kind of nice.
After change.
And then I think, since this thing is so big and I'm just making a little bit of pasta, I need to pull it down.
And you can do it by hand too, right? We just go.
You can do this by hand, yes. You're just mixing, mixing, mixing. Until it comes together. In order to get it to come together, we will be adding some water.
Pearls in there.
So I'm going to get a little bit of water. Slowly add it. Ah, see, I thought that was going to happen. I'm using the pastry blade on this thing, and it doesn't, it's short, and it doesn't reach to the outside of this. So, it's not, everything just bunches up on the outside and doesn't get mixed. And I'm really thinking I need the other blade, but let's see if I can get this to...
It's our first time with the dough blade on this particular machine.
It's supposed to work.
Yeah,
It's a dough
that's why they
blade,
give it to
and
you.
it's dough.
Oh, something's not. Oh, you got to put the little
Oh, yeah,
thing in.
this thing.
Jeez. So you don't get your hand off. There it goes.
There we
Now it's
go.
moving.
Getting a little better, but it's still missing a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of it.
grabbing it. Yeah, that's right. Pretty good now. Oh, there you go. Now you're getting a ball. know they've tested it.
Time. So I'm seeing that it's not getting all this flour around here, but it's really, it looks like a good dough now. So I think we're very close to coming together. Done.
Yeah.
All right. So we are now going to take our dough and turn it out onto a floured surface. And this is the fun part about pasta, is you get to make a giant mess.
It's your favorite
Flour
thing about
everywhere.
anything you make.
And,
You don't do it in black pants, right?
so this, we bought some sorghum flour, which is also gluten-free, and that's what I'm using for the dusting. And there's my ball of dough. It feels a little bit wet, but I'm not too concerned about that. We'll work it a little bit here and see if we can get it to behave properly. Yeah, it's definitely pasta, and we're definitely going to need more flour.
We got more.
So I am going to bust this thing in half, and I'm going to put this half in some saran wrap. Now here's a little tip for you all. With your saran wrap, if you have it in a drawer like this, facing the proper way, you can easily get some out without taking the whole box out.
We discovered that at a VRBO that we stayed at once, and on a trip that they did that.
Okay, so I'm gonna work this pasta down into a bit of a rectangle. This is going to work. Okay, and then I am going to go to my pasta maker, and I have this set on the biggest setting to start with, and we're going to go in, roll this baby.
This is easier to do when you have help.
And then we're gonna, yeah, I'll just do one at a time, I think. I'm gonna go to the next setting.
Now, is it a high number or a low number?
It's a low number. It starts at 0. This is 1. And as you go along here, you can add more flour. Dust this thing with a little bit more flour to keep it moving through the machine without sticking. I'm going to fold this. Okay, so this is actually pretty thin right now. I'm not hating it for my noodles were like this, it'd be fine.
Because your goal is fettuccine.
Fettuccine, yeah, you know, that can have a little bite to it. So, let's come through again. It's kind of, could use a little more flour.
Those cooking shows, they make it look so easy. The chefs that just whip it out, those big long pieces.
Mm-hmm. And this, you know, being gluten-free flour, we expect it to behave a little differently. So we may not get the kind of perfection we're used to. but it's supposed to work, so you know, I'm going with that. It's supposed to work. Let's make it work. It's getting a little crumbly.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't think I can go any thinner than this. And I'm just going to go through again at this thickness. See if I can get it to be a little more cohesive. Nope. Gluten is the thing that holds your dough together, so.
That's right.
Okay, so let's go back down to 0 for this other hunk. I'm gonna fold it. Let's see if this starting out by folding it helps. Okay, moved it up to the 1 mark. And let's see if we can get it 1 more. Do we have 1 more? Let's get a little more flour on it so it doesn't stick to the rollers. Okay, now we are going to turn this flat sheet into fettuccine. And this can get tricky. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I almost need something under here. Oop.
Yeah, it's falling off.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, that looks good.
I think you had to pull it though. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a messy job.
Okay, so that's fine. Look, it is kind of loose. So the real thing, when this is coming out of the machine, you can't just let it clump. You have to pull it. And
Flour it up really good.
that may take a couple of us to do it. So let's do the same with this. Let's give it a little more flour. And then in we go.
Just keeping it from falling onto the floor.
Yeah, but pull.
Oh, I'm gonna hold it here.
Pull it out. There you go.
Pick up those pieces later.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All over the floor. That looks
There
good.
we go. That's pretty good. So that's what we're after here. All right, so let's take a little break and regroup.
We were supposed to have an extra couple hands here, but
Yeah.
they canceled.
All right, so that is our gluten-free pasta. It needs something to help it hold together a little better, so it might need more xanthan gum, and maybe another egg yolk would help. You know, this was successful, but I think it could be better. It just didn't hold together like pasta with gluten does, because that's what gluten does, is it helps things hold together.
It's the glue.
So there are a few strategies to replace gluten, and we've got noodles. It's going to be great. So there you have the pasta. Thank you for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen, and we'll see you next time.